Hello everyone, Key of W here again with Gemcraft Chasing Shadows. Video number 6, I think. It's been a while since I recorded. The last thing we did, I remember, was Hextile Eye, which gave us this Bolt spell from here, as well as the Mana Lock ability from here. We have two options where to go from here, but the field M1 requires the freeze skill to open the Tome Chamber, so there's not much reason to do this level now, because we'd have to do it a second time, and we know the freeze skills from H4, so kind of forces our hand to go to field H1. Just a little review on our talisman, and yeah, I remember now. It's all corner fragments for some reason. That's very strange, unusual. Normally it spreads out. Normally the random number generator decides to not give you all the same type of fragment, but we got unlucky. Our skills were over 300 skill points, which is good. It means we start with, 2100 plus mana. Our talisman's giving us a little more, and we also add 360. So we'll start with about 2500 mana, which is good. That's enough to put us at mana level 3, or 4, actually. I think mana pool level 4. To get to mana pool level 5, we'd need to stockpile so many skill points. It's not worth it. I would rather spend those, but I do want to make sure I don't go under 311 after the next level. So I'm trying to increase as we go. That I think is enough. I think we can just go right to field H1. You can see there's a different color gem though. We've seen 7 colors so far, but there are 9 in total. The black gem is a new type of gem. It is much less common though. So let's go back to level 7 on haste, of course. Mana lock, let's bump to level 2. Let's do that. It does mean it takes 25 seconds to get mana, but I think we can handle that. If not, I can always bump it back down, but I think 25 seconds is doable. Yeah, so we start at level 4, 487 mana replenish per minute is pretty good. Alright, let's talk about this new gem type. So this is a Bloodbound Gem. It increases the gem's damage and specials as the gem's hit count increases. So the longer the battle goes on, the more hits it gets, the more battle stats, the damage, and then the more special ability this gem has. Kind of. So let's just make the gem, take a look at it. So 8 to 27 damage. That already puts it at this as the strongest combat gem that we've seen so far. Like if you only had to choose a gem color, a pure gem color based on how strong the battle stats were, the Bloodbound Gem is the strongest one so far. Range and shots per second is, normal. Bloodbound ability there says times 1.04 to damage and specials. So that's an extra 4%, which means the damage really should be 8 to 26, but that 4% does bump the max damage up a little bit. Plus 0.036 per hit level. Next hit level at 30 hits. So the 0.036 is being rounded to 4%. And then it's not going to go up every time we get a hit. It's only going to go up when we get to 30 hits. And then the next level after that, I think, is 50 hits, and then it's like 80-something hits. I don't remember the exact numbers. But we have to hit certain milestones, and it gets larger and larger gaps between milestones as the level goes on. So we would get to a point, if this level were long enough, that we need to get thousands of hits just to upgrade this gem. But at the start, at least, we can upgrade it pretty quickly. Yeah, so that's how that's going to work. Now, this type of gem is a bound gem, which does mean something interesting about traps. So normally when we put a gem in a trap, it increases the special ability by 140% because of my trap skill. Well, it's non-bound specials. This is a bound gem. So you see how the Bloodbound ability is exactly the same. Nothing has changed. So traps for black gems are not the greatest, but there is still a reason why we'd want to put gems in a trap if they're like a dual gem with black or a triple gem. So yeah, we've only done dual gems so far, but it's possible to combine any number of colors. I'll actually show you what that's like here, because these three together make a very interesting combo, which would be a lot more useful to us if we were further along in the game and had more skills and powers and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I'll just demonstrate how this works, because the level's easy enough that I can basically waste a trap. So let's put all these three together. Now normally we've just combined 2 gems together like so. So we can do this here. And of course we see the Bloodbound ability has gone down a bit. So now it's 0.02 per hit level. So 2% increase to the damage stats and the special. So it's actually increasing the chain hit by 2% as well. The Bloodbound, of course, increasing the damage is natural. Increasing the specials, it doesn't increase its own special because it doesn't have one. The special ability is the increase. But if you combine this with other gems, it increases the special ability of the other parts. But because it's a dual gem, the special is already knocked down by a fair bit. So if you really just need the special ability, you want the pure gem. But this together is fine. It does a lot of damage. Now, if we were to combine it with this gem here, what would happen? Now, normally we combine two gems that are the same grade, just two different colors, and it just bumps the grade up. If we combine two gems of different grades, it's going to keep the gem at the grade, whichever grade is higher. So if I combine these two, I still get a grade 2 gem, but I just add this color in. So now I have a 3-color gem. So doing this, it still only has a 20% boost to the damage. You see it's doing more damage than it did before. That's because it's made up, the components are 3 gems, so it has more damage in it, because the way all the stats are done is derived from grade 1 gems. So it's just going to be stronger. If I added more gem types into here, it would get stronger. But it's 50% special power now, so it's quite weak on the specials, and the Bloodbound is only giving me 1%. So that's pretty bad. If we upgrade this gem some more, as well as give it a lot of hits, it'll go up, but we're barely going to notice a 1% increase. The purpose of this, though, is to put into a trap. Because in here we have the green-red combo that hits everybody for a modest amount of poison damage, but with the Bloodbound, if we get enough hits on this gem, that poison and chain hit is going to keep going up. So this is a potential, perhaps for, later in the game when your gems are actually a lot stronger, to add the Bloodbound ability to any gem combo you already like, and just make that gem get stronger as the battle goes on. Now this level is going to be a little too short. 34 waves isn't, short, but it's too short for this to get more than maybe 1,000 hits, which sounds like a lot, but it's only enough to bring us up to like the 8th or 9th hit level, I think. I don't remember exactly where, so that would be not even a 10% increase to the specials here. Of course, I can upgrade the gem. Look at the upgrade cost, though. That is a huge upgrade cost. That's because this gem has a mana value of 359. If I were to make a grade 2 gem, you see it only costs 204. That's the base amount. This is assuming we just take 2 grade 1 gems and stick them together, because you're adding this twice. It's 2x plus y. 2 of these gems plus the cost. Well, making 3 grade 1 gems and sticking them together, I have 3 of these, 3 times 49, plus 2 combinations. So it's 3x plus 2y. That makes this almost twice as expensive. And every time we upgrade this gem, it's doing the same thing again. It's making a duplicate of this gem, which is 3 grade 1 gems stitched together twice, and then attaching it to here. So that's going to be really expensive. So when you make a triple gem like this, you just end up spending a lot more mana than you would otherwise. It is possible to make a triple gem that doesn't cost more than a regular gem, and the way we would do that is we'd make a grade 1, let's say black and red grade 1s combine, and then make a grade 2 green gem combined with the grade 2 dual. We'd end up with a grade 3 triple, but it wouldn't be an equal distribution of special abilities. That hypothetical would have a slightly stronger poison ability than the other gems, because these would only have 25% each. This would be 50%. So you could make an unequal gem if there's one particular special you want to be the strongest and just get the others. For example, like the chain hit, I could make the chain hit a smaller part of the gem and focus on the poison damage if I really wanted to make sure that this did enough damage to do, actual death. Or if I wanted the damage to scale faster, I'd make sure that the Bloodbound portion was the largest. Anyway, now that I've thoroughly bored everybody with that, let's get on to something that'll actually be helpful to me. So I put this here because this is a definite path everyone has to go through, or at least these people have to go through, so we're going to make sure everyone has to go through, including everyone from this side. So we're going to block here to force everyone down, and then I'm going to block this path to make everyone go the long way. So in this level we have the Scythe Gate. It randomly banishes passing monsters. So a monster passing by might just get sent back to the beginning. It's not exactly that helpful, but this is here for story reasons, if we remember from the incredibly important lore from like video 1, we were possessed by the Forgotten, and we used the Scythe Gate to unpossess ourselves, and so we've made our way back to that area. So that's where we are. Anyway, let me just make a nice grade 3 gem here. So you see that the special ability is now 0.043 per hit level, which is not much higher than the grade 1, which was 0.036. Yeah, that the per hit level doesn't go up a lot when you upgrade the gem, but it adds up if you get enough hit levels. So at first, this is not that much better than a regular grade 3, but it will get a lot better soon. So let's also make a combo. So yeah, this here's 0.039 per hit level, so not much. But I'm going to combine it with the red. Now it's 0.021 per hit level. It's not that much, 2% increase there. So let's compare these two. So you see that the dual gem still does more damage, even though this one has a higher percent increase to damage and specials, because this one has that good old 20% damage modifier. That is going to make the dual gem a little bit better, but given enough time, a pure black gem will eventually be stronger than a dual gem, but you have to get it to a high enough hit level that is giving you the 20% damage. So if I got this to hit level 5, it would be about 20% to damage and specials. But if this were a hit level 5, it would be 20% just from the dual gem modifier, and then an additional 10%. So I'd actually need to get this to like level 7, 8, 9 or so before it outpaced this guy. So I think throughout this level, the dual gems are going to be just a little stronger. This will get me started. I also want a regular poison trap. Let's do this. 47. Yeah. And then I'm going to enrage some waves. I'm actually going to enrage the giant wave. What's the worst that could happen? I think this will be fine. I'm not going to struggle. Let's just in case, because I bet some monsters are going to get through. And I'm going to keep a reserve of 400 mana. In case someone gets through, I won't die. We'll be fine, though. We can just let this run. This is going to be a pretty easy level after this point. So we see this is actually getting a lot of hits, because every time, of course, a monster steps over it, but if multiple monsters step over, every hit that gets multiple guys, it counts every enemy that it hits as a single hit. So even if it fires off once but hits 5 people, I get 5 hits on the counter. So this is actually going to rack up hits really quick once I start flooding the zone with enemies. So it's at hit level 2. 2% increase is pretty pathetic. But if I upgrade this gem, it's still pretty pathetic. It'll get better. Right now it's at hit level 3, so it's rounding up from 0.036 to 4%. So maybe 1 extra poison damage. That's not really noticeable. We're gonna have to wait until we see anything with that. Let me duplicate my gems here. Let me get some more gems and upgrade this one to level 4. So now, yeah, 9% increase is pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. We have an abandoned dwelling we could destroy. You know what, let's do that now. An extra 22 XP. Sure. This is level 3. This should be at level 3. And then I want a second pure poison gem trap. You know, just to catch more people. Like, this is just so much more poison damage than this one can provide. The only advantage here is it's hitting multiple guys. That's really the only advantage. The Bloodbound isn't really helping. 6% increase is just not noticeable yet. It's too early in the game to do this kind of stuff. But just so you know, the strategy exists. It will become more valuable later. And probably sooner than I expect it to be. Let me just have it ignore armor. Just do a little bit extra damage. Let's get this up to level 5. I think we'll be good here. Yeah, 227 hits, pretty good. Okay. I gotta make sure we don't get overwhelmed here. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's upgrade you to level 6. Yeah, so I could upgrade all of these at the exact same time and have them all at the same level. It'd be pretty costly, and it would keep all of my gems at a slightly lower level. I want to have one gem at least that's just 1 or 2 levels higher than everybody else, so it makes sure that if a big beefy guy comes through, that the little gems don't get overwhelmed. The big gem can take care of him. And it's a bit cheaper than trying to bring everybody up to the max level too quickly. Let's just make a lot of little swarmlings. You know what, let's bring this up to level 4. 45 poison damage is terrible. It'll still kill these guys, though. And now it's 0.013 per hit level. That's terrible. 9% increase is not that much. And then let's make sure these are up. Alright, we can just run this for a bit. We're good. Alright. Let's start upgrading these. I have a level 7 gem. That's probably as high as I need to go in this level. But we want the rest of these to also level up. You know, have this ignore armor too. Let's upgrade you to 5. Yeah, we're doing fine. Let's do that. Does this even need to... Okay, 46 poison damage. Last I checked, it was less than that, so it is going up. It's just a very, very tiny amount. But this thing has, like, almost 1,000 hits on it already. Whereas these guys have a lot less. And it isn't because this trap is killing them all before they get here. It's just because it does more hits every time. The chain hit is doing a lot. Okay, I might be overwhelming my gems. Let's upgrade these guys. Here. How many hits? This one, of course, getting the most hits. So yeah, it's got higher damage output because it's at a higher hit level than this guy is. Alright, let's get both of these up to that as well. And we're good. I think we're fine. I think we're not getting too overwhelmed here. Yeah, we're good. Alright, we're good for the rest of the level. These guys aren't going to make it. They're strong, but there's too few of them to really do anything. Let's destroy this. There we are. Cool. I didn't realize that was a achievement we could get. Alright. This isn't going to do a lot of damage, but it's fun. Oh, wow. Okay, let's put the bolt spells on. These guys have a lot of HP. Okay. That's a pretty good amount of XP to start with, 42,000. Let's see what we can squeeze out of these guys. We got some lore, though. It's very important. Do not miss this lore, or you won't know what's happening in the next episode. The Scythe Gate, the trap I set up long ago, right after the last time we had captured the Forgotten. I knew she would break free again, as she had already done 5 times before. And I was right. My plan was to be her victim to be possessed and lure her to the Scythe Gate on our way to the Spirit Forge. I still can't believe she fell for it. I shouldn't underestimate her, though. The Forgotten, the plague on our world, an archdemon summoned by mistake, or was it a mistake? Dun dun dun, as we called her. The Queen of Shadows, she can appear in many forms, but what seems to be her native appearance is a female torso with disfigured arms, a head with long hair and no face. I wouldn't say that's a female torso, because it's just a skeleton. But then again, I'm not an expert in my demonic anatomy. She is one with the shadows, demons under her command. She can birth or consume them. They are like her blood drops. We know no way to kill the Forgotten. The only thing we can do to temporarily seal her is to craft a new gem of eternity in the labyrinth. It has already happened 7 times by now, as we have entrapped the Forgotten 6 times before. And I'm sure a new gem bearer is on its way to set up the trap with a freshly crafted gem. There can be only one gem of eternity, but as its name suggests, it's indestructible, so there are 6 useless replicas laying somewhere out there. So 7 gem, well 6 at least. When you use the gem to seal the monster, it becomes a useless gem. You can only use it once. but then you can't destroy the gem. So there's only one active gem of eternity at a time. Well, unless you make multiples at a time. I don't know why you wouldn't just have hundreds of them ready to go. Maybe they're very, very hard to make. We got another corner fragment, so thank you, game, for that. Okay, so let's hit endurance mode. Let's upgrade these guys. I'm going to combine them. Let's just combine. We don't quite have enough mana to go to the next level, but that is okay. I'm also going to enrage, not the giant waves. They just have way too much HP. Then enrage the waves here. What's the worst that could happen? This is just to get a little bit of XP squeezed out. In the early portion of endurance, it seems like I'm doing okay, so I just want to make sure we can get through it all. Alright, let's upgrade here. Alright. Let's also upgrade these poison traps to level 5, maybe? It's not really going to do anything. I don't know why I did that. I just know I'm not going to get up to 80,000 mana. I just don't think it's going to get there. Alright. Hey, at least I've doubled my XP. That's the important bit. Will I get up to 70,000 mana? I might. Probably should stop enraging waves now. They're going to be a little bit too strong for me. Yeah, I've got enough mana to upgrade myself again. Yeah, there we go. There's a grade 11 gem. Look at that. Average of about 3,000 damage per hit. It shoots 3.3 shots per second. Like, that's pretty good. Yeah, we're over 100,000 XP. That's great. Yeah, and I'm at a pretty high hit level as well. 50% increase to my damage and specials. What's it going to be right after that? I'm going to get enough hits to get to the next level here. Yep. 60% increase. Of course, now I would need to get 7,000 hits, and I'm not going to make it there. We're going to die pretty soon here. But that is okay. We almost... Wait, hold on. Did we quadruple our XP? We nearly quadrupled our XP. Alright, that's pretty good. I think we'll get like 4 or 5 levels out of that. Oh, 7 levels? That's great. That's good. 49 skill points to use. Talisman. This is a better one than some of these here. 3 damage to Reavers. Who cares? More XP and mana. Let's just hold on to that. Skills-wise, now I got a lot. I just don't want to go under 311. So what I'm going to focus on are these 2 skills first. I want to get these up to level 15. Once I get this to level 15, then my grade 1 gems would cost 46. The gem combo cost will also go down by 15%. And grade 2 gems will be under 200. Grade 3 gems will be under 500. So it'll be very, very cheap. So let's upgrade this once, and let's upgrade this one once as well. Getting this up to level 15, let me pull my charts out again. It's just so I don't have to memorize everything. I've just written it down. What's mana pool level going to be like at level 15 here? Mana pool 4 is 2100 mana. I'll have that easily. Mana pool level 5 will only take 3337, which we won't start with. We'd need like 450 skill points to do that, but it's a start. Eventually we get this high enough, we start at mana pool level 5. Yeah, let's just do that with our skills so far. And go into H2, we're going to learn about the 9th and final gem type. It's the Poolbound Gem type. So you're right, yeah, we start with quite a bit, but we would need 700 additional mana. We're not going to get up there this time. Blue wand, alright. So here we go, Poolbound. This one increases the gem's damage and specials as the mana pool levels up. So we're already at mana pool level 4, which means when I do this, it's already a 9% increase, even though it's 0.022 per mana pool level, because we're at level 4. So Poolbound Gems are going to, unless you're starting with very little mana here, Poolbound Gems will always start better than Bloodbound Gems. They're going to start at a higher level. If the match is a short enough match, they're going to just be a better gem to use because you tend to level up your mana pool early in a match, and then eventually you reach a mana pool level that's so high you can't really feasibly go to the next level. But if the match is very long, eventually the Bloodbound will overtake it because you're going to keep racking up hits. That's eternal. this does kind of have a ceiling, a soft limit, so to speak. So Poolbound Gems are great for starting a match, and they're great in a match as short as this. It's less than 40 waves. Level 1's not going to cut it for me. Let's bump it up. And I don't want a pure one. I'm going to mix it with this slow gem here. Make a level 4 to start us with. So yeah, only 0.021 per mana pool level, but the fact we're at level 4 means we already have an 8% increase. And it's an 8% increase to the slowing ability. 13% slower for 2 seconds is not really noticeable. Let's put this here. Let's block one of these off. Make sure they all come down here. So we got 4 entrances here. It looks like we got 859 as this number. I'm not sure if that's important. Let's make sure that everyone's got to come through this lane as well as through this lane here. This trap is going to be useless because it's just from this monster nest. Let's put one here so we have 2 traps on the way on either side. And we're going to put regular poison in there. So yes, we could mix the poison gem with the Poolbound, but it's not going to be strong enough at this point in the game. A pure poison gem is just going to be better. So let's do this. Maximize the space they have to walk through. I'll eventually destroy these monster nests too, so eventually no one will be walking here. Let's get... I know someone's going to break through. It's just going to happen. Okay, let's see if this doesn't completely overwhelm me. I have one kill. I have one gem that's attacking anybody. As soon as I get the ability, I'm going to be making a second gem. We're going to do it here. No, I mixed it with poison. We're already doing plenty of poison damage, but whatever, it's fun. I'm also going to put a tower here. Do you see we got some drop holders? We have to shoot them with bolts. If I put another gem up here and have it target the structures, we can get whatever's in the drop holders. Yeah. Okay, let's duplicate this gem, and then it's going to have that. We got 2 shrines here as well. This Shrine of Focus is going to give strike spells and gem enhancement spells extra charge after all hit enemies. So we can recharge our bolt spell faster with this shrine. This one returns the inserted gem and increases the gem's max damage. So if I put my strongest gem in here, the max damage will go up, and I'll get the gem back. So it's not going to lose gems to use the shrine. So I want to use this shrine as much as possible. Alright, let's open these drop holders. Let's get some stuff here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to drop that, increase the gem max damage by 8. Ooh, open a drop holder, and... Oh, no, I thought it gave us something else. We just opened the drop holders, which gave us mana and XP. That's all they gave us. Sometimes drop holders have gems in them, so you get a free gem out of it, but not that one. Let's see. If I do this... Oh, 3% spell charge. Great, that was perfect. That's what I wanted. Alright. Let's duplicate this, and it's duplicated with the max damage increase. So I guess the most min-maxing you could do with a shrine like this is make a level 1 gem, constantly drop it in here. And then every time you upgrade the gem, it's going to upgrade the max damage based on what it got from the shrine. So you'd end up with a really, really strong high-level gem, and then you could just duplicate that. But it would require slow playing quite a bit before it become useful. So I'm not going to worry about it. This will be strong enough. We'll be fine. Let's upgrade this gem a couple times. Just make sure we have a really strong one in the wings. And then let's, you know what? Let's upgrade it again by doing this. 7 damage is fine. Let's get, this will get us 18% spell charge. That's great. Let me upgrade my poison traps. You know what? Let's put a slowing trap right here. 18% slower. Yeah, so then when they go through the gauntlet, they'll be slowed down. We haven't seen the slowing gem a lot. It is not that useful early game, but we might make a use out of it here. We're keeping enemies really slow so that they just get bottlenecked in this spot. Let me upgrade these 2 and just get them ready to go. Are these almost ready? And let's... have this attack the structure here. There we go. That ought to get me in trouble. There. I think I did that in the wrong order, but whatever. This should be strong enough to basically get me through the entire level right here. Alright, let's just run for a bit. We'll be fine. Let's get that mana up. Okay. What's this? We've got a new shrine. All hit enemies slow down. Yeah, that's a pretty good amount of slowing. Slow to half speed. Stacks a slowing gem effect. That's good. So I bet if I had a stronger one, what would that do? Yeah, these guys are really slow now. Spell charge. There we go. Make that even stronger. I got enough mana to upgrade something, so why don't we do that? Let's upgrade our poison traps a bit. And then let's put... Oh, not that. Let's make a duplicate. Not 2 duplicates, but okay. Upgrade this twice. Ah, that's nice. Alright, now these are all destroyed. That's just for the XP. I don't really care about the monsters coming out of them. Now they're all just going to come out of these entrances. Let's combine you here, make a level 6 gem. Let's just use more shrines. Okay, I totally missed, totally whiffed on that one. Even if it only hits a couple guys, it's always worth it on that shrine. This is just... Oh, this will give me a little bit extra spell charge. There we go. Alright, let's make this work. Bring this up to there, up to level 6, and then this should be level 4. How about this one go to level 5? 22% slow? Yeah, sure. Alrighty, this is concerning. That's a lot of guys. I don't know if this poison traps are strong enough. Yeah, they got way too much HP. Let me upgrade spell charge a bit, 26%. There we go, that's nice. How about here? Okay, that didn't hit very many people. That should be good. Also, another thing we can do when we call waves early. The giants move so slowly that the minute that this wave is ready to go, I actually want to call the wave after it, because this wave is going to overtake that one. So they're not actually going to arrive at the same time, so I want to call both of these, get a lot of extra mana by doing that. Okay, now this one might hit. There we go. That's good. Let's upgrade both of these to level 7. Let's upgrade this to 5 and this to 5. You know what? All these to level 5. Call all of those and that one. There we go. Okay. Okay, I see how it's going here. I see what you're doing. I see you're trying to actually kill me here. I will not allow... Well, let's actually... Oh, I was thinking a few of them would get through. I think I called too many waves at once. But I did not. Let's get these to level 6 ASAP, because these guys here are going to need... Yeah, this will kill a Swarmling. You know what? Actually, getting these to level 7 is going to boost the poison damage by a lot, because my poison skill means that there's an extra 10% to the poison thing once I hit level 7. So I think... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend that mana. I don't think I need it in this level. Let's do one of these. There we go. And also, yeah. How about here? This will probably get a few. Yep. Yeah, these guys are just way too high HP to handle right now. I could probably hit him with this again, like that. Eh? Yeah, I got him. Cool. No one hit there, right? No mana spent on banishment. Nice. We're doing good. Man, these guys have a lot of HP. 30,000. Good grief. Oh, I don't need to get rid of that. 55,000 XP. Let's see if I can double that. I don't know if I'll be able to. I'll try. Same strategy as before. So we're going to combine, combine, combine. Make a nice triple here. Let's... And then let's just upgrade this now. Oh, hold on. I can also bomb that. There. Let's charge those spells. Let's just keep... This isn't going to hit anyone until I wait a bit. I didn't kill anybody, but did do some damage. Alright. Alright. And rage waves, but eventually stop enraging him because they'll get too strong for me. I might. I think we'll get there. Looks like we're doing well enough. It's getting there. Ooh, oh, these giants are really, really strong. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, that's not good. Man, a poorly timed giant wave can just completely destroy your strategy. So I think we're going to lose pretty soon. But I've doubled my XP, roughly. Alright, there we go. 104,000 is pretty good, I think. Nice. At 104 achievements, so 80 more roughly, and I can do the reset trick. Skills-wise, let's just not go below... Oh, I don't remember where I was before the previous. Let's just bump these up by 1 each. And go with that. And then head to H4 and get our free sig. So you notice there's no H3 here. For some reason, this hex tile just goes entirely out of order. But let's drop in and get our ability. Alright, so we only get the red and green gems in here. So that's a pretty good combo, I like. We need to kill 360 monsters. Just any monster. So this is our kill zone. It's going to be pretty easy. So I'm going to start by putting a trap here. So everyone's got to touch this trap. We're going to make this a nice combo gem. And then, oh, not a trap. We're going to put some towers here to catch anyone who gets through the traps. I can actually make a second one easily. We have plenty of that. We'll definitely drop a tower there. We're going to have a bunch of towers here. Alright, so 2 traps here, doing 32 poison damage. Should kill most of these guys, but not all of them. Yeah. Duplicate that. Have a 3rd gem ready to go. Oh. Here. This. Alright, let's upgrade you as much as I can. Just 1 level. 1 more upgrade. There you go. Alright, we're in a good spot to start. These giants are going to be annoying, but that's okay. Not the worst thing in the world. Let me start on these monster nests. Start with this one. Duplicate structure. Ignore armor. And I want to start making more traps here. Like so. And then as soon as I get enough, we're going to up this to level 6, and we'll be good. There. Yeah, so this is barely going down, but I want it to take some time here. Alright. There we go. Oh dear, they're really getting through. They're really getting through here. We're going to want this upgraded as well, this set. Because now I have a strong gem, but all of these are too weak to handle the enemies. I actually think it's because the giants are mixed in too. Alright. Let's upgrade this twice, and then each of these once. Let's duplicate the traps again. Got plenty of trap. This isn't quite ready for level 7. One more. Wait for this. Wait. And now we're good. Level 7. Alright. I'm just gonna overload on traps. It's fun. There we go. Make a giant question mark of traps. So there's 8 of them. Each of them does 32 poison damage. No, that should hit a few of the enemies. If I have them ignore armor as well, just a little bit of extra damage along the way. Let's upgrade you. Alright. Let's start working on these guys. How many? We only have 39 waves, yeah. Ooh, this is a lot of guys. They might break through because of just how many of them there are. That's okay, yeah. Right. Oops. Shouldn't have did that. I just made too many of them. These traps aren't quite cutting it. That's right, we caught up. It's what I get for enraging the waves so much. Oh. Alright, let's upgrade this one and these 2. There we go. Now we're fine. We're fine now. We can also upgrade all these traps. So I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now they all do 57 poison damage. Oh, we got a shrine now? Gives XP? Like how much? Not all that much. This will probably go down pretty quick. And takes care of all the monster nests. And now, there we go. What if I drop one of 21 XP? It's not that great. Oh, don't want that there. Ooh boy. Let's get you up to level 7. There we go. This should be enough to handle most guys. But I will also upgrade these all again. To level 5. Yeah. So 800 poison damage across this entire thing. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see if I can get another round of upgrades. This is stupid. 8 of them there. That's still not going to kill the giants. They just have way too much HP. Yeah, they're just going to start screaming through because of how many of them there are. Oh, that's not great. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're just... The HP is so high that we're just going to let him get through. That's what's going to happen here. We're going to let him do one round through, and then the second round there's less of them, so they'll die. Yeah. That's alright. Alright. There we go. That'll get him. Okay. Only 38,000 XP. Alright, fine. So real quick, where are we at? I don't need these traps so much anymore. The enemies are going to get too strong for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to start combining these to a level 9 gem. This will combine to 9. That'll combine to 10. And now we're starting with 10. And I think we can get to 78,000. Giants are going to be a problem here. But not if I do that. Now they're not a problem. I probably shouldn't have done that with the giant wave. Okay. That'll be enough there. Uh-oh. There we go. Yay, level 11. The shape here, whatever that is. Oh my gosh. Okay, we made it. We're not going to make it much longer, I don't think, though. I'm not getting a heck of a lot of XP off this guy. Ooh, those giants are really strong. Oh my gosh. That's going to be a problem. Where's least hit points? There. Ignore the giants for a second. At least get something. At least get something. If I'm going least hit points, it's not because I'm trying to win. I'm just trying to squeeze XP out because the giants are going to get past me no matter what. I don't want to waste all my shots on giants because I won't get XP out of it. Alright, that was not very good. I mean, 78,000 is great, but compared to the 150,000 I got earlier, it's not very good. Alright. How many achievements? 106. Okay. Alrighty. So we gained the freeze skill here. I'm not going to put any points into it for a couple of reasons. One of which is I want to show you what the freeze spell does before I start putting any points. The other reason is the points aren't going to do all that much early on, so I just don't want to waste my skill points. I do, however, want to waste them here. Bring these both up to 15. So there we go. We've reached our goal there, at least for now. We've also unlocked this level. You'll see it's a very different shape than the previous. It's field V11, even though this is Hextile H. The V fields are all their own thing. There's plenty of them. There's at least 11. They can be found on any hex tile, and they are vision fields. In a vision field, we're going back in time to a previous battle. I don't know if it's a previous battle that I fought, or if it's a battle that another wizard fought, but either way, we don't have access to our skills and talismans because, well, we're going back in time and looking at a battle that was fought before we got those skills. No battle traits as well. Custom set of gem types and spells, so we don't have our poison skills, so we can't use the poison gems here. It's just the 3 that are given to us. And we don't get extra charge for calling waves early, so there's really not as much of a reason to do that. The reason to do these fields is to get the 13 skill point reward. It's a one-time reward, so there's really no reason to do these twice. They're like little extra challenge rounds, because you have to beat it without your special abilities from over here. So let's try it out. This first one here isn't too bad. Or I guess this 11th one here. We don't have a lot of mana to start. Even though we do have a very high mana replenish rate in this level, we don't have a lot to start here. They've also given us a green gem. I'm trying not to take advantage of the ability of duplicating this, even though we don't have the ability down here. We're actually not going to need this. Because look at the enemies. They're all giants. Look how much HP and hit armor they have. Poison gems are not very good on giants. So why would I want to worry about poison stuff when it's all giants? What I'm going to do instead, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to combine these. I'm going to put it here. My strategy for this level is this is my only gem and it will destroy all the giants. You'll see it doesn't do enough damage even if it critical hits. What I do have though is the bolt spell, which does ignore armor. So I will do damage with that. And the giants are going to move very slowly. What's the speed of this? 0.22. So this is actually the slow version. This is the fast version of giants. So by the time the giants get up here, I will have gained enough mana to upgrade this. And I'll have the bolt spell ready to go. So let's go. We'll just wait. I'm going to wait to upgrade until I get the mana pool level up. And we'll go up to at least level 3. I don't think I'll get to level 4. No. Okay, the giants are here. So we'll upgrade this twice. Throw the bolt spell on, and now we're ready to go. This will do 200 plus damage with each bolt. That should kill him in 1 or 2 hits. Oh, that was 1 hit. So you see, I got enough to upgrade again. But we'll see how long it takes. Ooh, I did. I got the next mana pool level too. There we go. The chain hit is helping as well because I'm hitting multiple giants with each shot. Let's wait till I use up and then upgrade to level 6. I will get to at least level 7 before this round is over. So they're all giant waves. The last wave in this is not a giant wave, and it actually is kind of annoying because it tends to pierce through your line while you're attacking the giants, but that's okay. We'll have enough mana that we'll handle a couple banishments. There we go. I'll be able to upgrade this pretty soon. There we are. Wait till you get closer. There we are. So yeah, notice that this wave here is different. I don't think I'll be able to upgrade my gem. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to just go with a level 7 gem, because I'm not going to upgrade while guys are getting through, because that's a recipe for getting myself killed. Let's wait till all these guys get past, and now let's do that. There we go. We're going to win. We're good. I could upgrade this now if I want it, but it's not really going to help. But there we are. One last guy. That is the key of W strategy of beating Vision Field 11. If you look up how to beat this field, no one will suggest that strategy. Everyone will offer a very complicated strategy as if this level is hard. This one happens to not be hard. I wouldn't say it's easy if you don't think of that strategy. It's actually quite difficult, but that is my way of getting through. You'll notice we get like no XP. It's because we don't have access to any of our things that give us more XP, so we don't play these for the XP, we play them from the skill points. So, you know what I'll do is I'm going to bump this up to level 10. Let's give ourselves a little bit easier time with masonry. How much is this? 107. Okay. Let's look at time. Let's do one more level. Let's do this level that we just unlocked, H7, and we'll take a look at how that freeze spell works. Alright, so the freeze spell is a strike spell. So the idea is it works a lot like the bolt spell in that you have to wait for it to charge, and then you click on the field instead of on a gem. So gem enhancement spells have to go on a gem. Strike spells just go right on the field. I do it myself. So the freeze spell, all hit enemies are going to get temporarily immobilized. They're turned to ice. Frozen monsters explode to ice shards when killed, damaging a random close enemy. So if we freeze a bunch of enemies and then start killing them, they'll start killing each other. The freeze duration is randomized per monster, I think. I don't think it's random. Like, I don't think the hit does, you know, let's say it does 12 seconds for every monster. I think each monster picks between 10 and 16. In my experience, I see them unfreeze at different times. 7 tiles effective area radius. We can increase that by upgrading the freeze ability, but it upgrades very slowly. 150% armor tearing gem effect while frozen, so that's also good. Corpse explosion damage, 100% of max hit points, great. Current charging time, 70 seconds. If you noticed when I was hovering over the skill, in the skills menu, it only decreases by 1% every level, which is why I'm not putting points into this right now, because a 1% decrease is not noticeable. We'd have to put a lot of points into this before freeze isn't so long. Like this, I mean, this is at 6 skill levels. This is almost down by, wait, this is down by quite a lot. By like 8 seconds or so. This gotta take a lot of skill points before it goes down to anything reasonable. This is just gonna be forever. Yeah, that's all. So we can cast it by clicking here, then clicking, or we can press the one hotkey and click on the board. I'm not really going to rely on freeze in this level. Let's just block off some paths here. Let's make sure monsters all have to come through this slot right there and around. And I'm going to put towers here to put gems. And let's combo red for sure. Red is a really good one to combo in. Like pure red gems don't do a lot for me because their special ability is best when you pair it with some other special ability. Although the armor tearing is not going to do much here. Let's just make 3 of these. I know that all enemies have to go through this bottleneck here, so we're going to make a nice trap. And then the rest, I'm not even going to worry about gem suppression here. Let's do that. Alright. As soon as I get the ability to, this is going to go up. We also have drop holders here. So I think what I'll do is I'll have this attack structure. And then as soon as I get the bolts ready to go, I'll put one on this. I think I want another poison trap. So let's get the bolt spell here, and it'll attack the drop holders. Yeah. Let's get another... Oh, I don't know if mana to do that. Let's get... Ooh. Alright, we're fine. Talisman Fragment, yay! If we get overwhelmed in this area, that's where the freeze spell is going to come in handy. Alright, let's duplicate that. You know what? Let's have an armor tearing trap. Ooh, I got a gem from a drop holder, so I got a free gem. That's not super useful. But what it can be useful for is to upgrade and then combine, because the upgrade cost is only less than 300. Then combine, make a gem level 4. Let's make this level 3, so 11 armor torn. Like that. I should probably start upgrading these gems here before it becomes necessary. So there we go. This doesn't need to attack structures anymore. Let's see. Grade 3, grade 4, grade 3, grade 4. Alright, we're going to need a lot of giant waves. Need to spend quite a bit there. Is that enough to upgrade this? Not quite. Let's do that. Alright, let's upgrade you. That. Let's upgrade both of these. Alrighty, let's upgrade you. So we have 300 poison damage coming out. That should kill some of these enemies. I could make it chain hit as well. You know what I'll do is I'm actually going to mix a grade 1 into here. So it's going to stay grade 4. It's going to drop the poison damage by a bit, but 2.7 chain hit length is enough. I don't need a grade 4 red gem. So it is a bit more expensive than this gem to upgrade, but not much more expensive. If I had mixed in a grade 4... Or sorry, if I'd mixed in a grade 4 red gem, it'd be a grade 5 gem. But if I'd mixed in a grade 3 into this, it would still be a grade 4 red-green gem, but it would cost a lot more to upgrade. Alright, let's, actually, let's do that. Ooh, a lot of giant waves. This is going to be torture. Alright, let's duplicate that. Alright, now we can upgrade this. We should probably upgrade these guys too. And you know what? Let's make another. Let's make sure enemies have to go the long way around here. We can make that. That's pretty good. Enemies are always walking through these poison traps, even though they technically have an option not to. But they're stupid. Let's get these up. Let's start, bombing these guys. Get some XP going. And then upgrade this. Bomb that, and then bomb that. Man, there's a lot of giant waves. What is going on here? Let's get this upgraded. Might need our freeze spell in case we get overwhelmed here, but it looks like we're doing okay. Nope, let's drop that. There we are. We should have enough mana to start doing this. Should probably upgrade the traps a bit. Let's upgrade this trap to 5 and this one to 5. Yeah, sure. There we go. Let's overwhelm ourselves. Let's cause a problem. This should probably... There we go. Let's upgrade the armor tearing ones too. Why not? Alright, let's see if I don't accidentally ruin my life by doing that. The freeze spell helps. If I get overwhelmed, I can freeze all the enemies and then put a bolt spell on and just take care of them all really quick. Where's that beacon? I heard it. I don't see it. There it is. Alright. So yeah, like this here. Having a bunch of level 7 gems is a lot better here. Yes. I might be able to go to level 8. Let's do that. Let's do a level 8 right there. Ooh, little scary. Let's do that. Get rid of that. Yep, I definitely overwhelmed myself, but I think we're doing alright. We're doing okay. We're surviving. That's the important bit. I can upgrade this. Can't quite upgrade this one yet. Have I banished? I haven't done a banishment yet. I've managed to kill them before they get there. But this is certainly towing that line. But I don't have any of my spells. Okay, I think I've banished now. No, I still haven't banished yet. Alrighty. Now I've done some banishments. There we go. This is my own fault. I've enraged a ton of waves a lot, all at the same time. The poison is not quite enough to kill them all. It's enough to kill a few of them, but there's just so many of them that I've... There we go. Now I've caught up. There we go. Alright, see what I can squeeze out of this level. Oh, hey, finally some non-corner fragments. Jeez. They're not good. Tower beam damage? We don't have beam. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, let's do a level 10 here. Let's also upgrade... Do I want to upgrade this? Let's do that. Just so that we can get 1,000 poison damage. It's a start. It'll at least whittle these guys down a bit. I think we'll get up to the amount. I think we can upgrade this at least once. Uh-oh. 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 Giant waves. Okay, yeah, we'll be able to upgrade this pretty soon. There we are. Don't know what else we'll be able to do with that. I don't think we'll get up to that. So let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. We're doing alright. Let's see how much further we can take this. Alright. Okay, we basically doubled our XP. That's a good start. Alright, that's good. It's good. We're going to hit 100,000, I think. Don't think we're going to get a level 12 gem. I don't think we're going to get that far, but we're doing okay. Ooh, okay, now we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. I can fix it. I can fix it. No, I can't. We're dead. But at least we got over 100,000. That's pretty good. Oh, hey, we got a really good one. A corner fragment, though. Are you kidding? And also, none of those abilities are good. What's going on? Wizard level 100. All right. Yeah, so these we'll just put in because it's fragments we can use. It's good. The more fragments you have, eventually you get achievements for it. This is probably better than something I have here. Better than that one. So yeah, once you get a talisman that's 20 to 29 in rarity, it's a gold color, or a yellow color, whatever. It has 4 upgrade levels, and it has 3 abilities on it. Does cost quite a bit to upgrade. Damage to Swarmlings is not helpful to me. Damage to Reavers is not helpful to me. At some point they might be helpful, just at this point they don't do anything. And Beam Charge is not helpful because we don't have the Beam ability. But we have a bunch in here now. 94 initial mana. Any of these other ones I can upgrade? Let's upgrade this one. 3%, 6%, 9% of wizard level. So we have wizard level 100, so 9 initial XP and mana. That's not very much right now. But 23% of wizard level right now goes to initial XP and mana because also that one. Yeah, just, oh my gosh. These are my only useful ones are these 3 corner fragments that are all very, very low rarity. Oh, that is so dumb. And skills-wise, I'm still not going to put anything into freeze. It's yeah, 1% free spell recharge time. Oh, hold on, this is at level 9. I don't think I even needed that high, but that's fine. I would actually want to put things into trap skill. I want to make these better. Let's just do 1. Let's keep ourselves at 350 right now. Because that's going to give us about 2,800 mana to start. That's pretty good. And just because this has already taken an hour, I'm going to stop here. We've gotten our freeze skill. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to continue in the H hex tile, finish it off, and then go take care of these. Actually, probably this one first, so we can get the skill that's in here, because I happen to know what the skill is, because I know everything. No, I just looked it up, and I've played the game before. But the skill that's in here is considered one of the best in the entire game, so as soon as we finish Hex Tile H, we'll head down here, grab this skill, and head over here and unlock this Wizard Tower. But I'll do that in the next video, just so that these don't get too long. So anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope to see you in the next one, where we shoot more gems at people. It's really kind of the same thing over and over. We just make it harder and harder as we go. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.